If you want to get jacked in high school, but your parents are feeding you terrible foods that have like seed oils and sugars and stuff that you know are bad for you, then I have a 4-step framework to convince your parents to feed you healthy food. And that includes number 1, speaking with conviction, number 2, offering your help, number 3, refusing their offer, and 4, just doing it anyway. So, step 1, speak with conviction. You see, what I used to do is whenever I'd find like a new study or whatever, like on why eggs are good for you, or I just thought, like for example, raw milk was good, I wouldn't say raw milk is good. I would just say, no, apparently I heard somebody online saying that raw milk is not bad for you. No, I don't think it'll harm you. Do you think they're gonna listen? Do you think your parents who have had like years and years of like brainwashing from the BBC and everything saying that like grains should make up the majority of their diet, do you think they will listen to some kid who's just watched some online video? Of course not. If you say it in this way, they are not going to believe you. You've got to speak with conviction. Everyone's been told that seed oils are heart healthy, guys. So as soon as you say something the opposite, like, no, apparently this one guy online, he said that seed oils are bad for you, they're not going to listen. Because these authority figures have told them otherwise, and that's what they've been told their entire life, so of course they're not going to listen. And if you ask to do something, you can ask, by the way, but I guarantee you it won't work. If you're watching this video, you have the type of parents who just won't accept. You have got to make the change. You can't ask for the change, you've got to make it. So if you ask, can I have 6 eggs, please? Of course they're going to say no, because anything over 2 eggs is bad for you, right? So I had quite a lot of these problems growing up when I was trying to build muscle. And I never spoke with conviction. In fact, I've written things on my wall, like I stick my goals up on the wall and stuff, and I have one that says speak with conviction. That is how I am speaking to you right now. Because before, if you go a few videos ago, I wasn't speaking with conviction. I wasn't. But now that I am, difference is crazy. So you need to say these things. You can't ask these things, and you can't assume them. You've got to say them like it is 100% true, because you know it is, right? You know these things are true. You know seed oils are bad for you. You know that sugar's bad for you. So just like a little bit of cake on the weekend, or your granny made some like jam tarts or something. No. No. Seed oils will kill you. I am not eating them. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? If we go back, I heard that seed oils are bad from this one. No, seed oils will cause heart disease and stroke. I will die if I eat them. I refuse. Say that to your parents and see what happens. Look on their face. Raw milk is the best drink I could possibly consume for my health. It is unprocessed. It has all the nutrients I need, and it's full of protein. Say it like that. Say it like that. They're going to listen to you. If you say no, raw milk, apparently it's good for you because it won't make you sick because it hasn't, if you're saying it like that, it's not going to work. You've got to say it how it is. You've almost got to say it a bit like you're manipulating them in a way which sounds terrible, but if you know this is good for your health, then you've got to do it regardless. You've first of all got to know what you are talking about, and then you have got to go full throttle. Eggs are the building blocks of life. It is an entire animal. The nutrients within this egg will give me so much brain power that when I do that test in school tomorrow, I guarantee you I'll get a higher score than last time. Tell that to your parents. You are going to do this regardless of what they say, okay? So you have got to speak like that. For example, I am going to be an entrepreneur, right? That is why I'm making these videos, and I have a school community that you can join to get access to me, one-on-one access to me, and also unlock multiple courses. So, shameless plug, I am going to be an entrepreneur. But you see, a few months ago, I wasn't saying that. Of course, this is an off topic, but it relates to it, and you'll see what I mean. Because before, I used to say, yeah, I'm not sure. If someone asked me what I was going to do, like after college and stuff, I just say, Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still just thinking about it, really. And then I was like, hang about, why am I saying this? Have I got two testicles or what? Why am I just saying, like, I'm not sure. I know I'm going to be an entrepreneur. That's my only path. That's path A, path B, path C. Why am I not saying that? Am I like, okay? What's the harm in them? What's the harm in me saying I'm going to be an entrepreneur? They might say, like, oh, no, you're not. Like, and nobody has, first of all, but what's the harm in saying it? And then suddenly, once I realised that, I started saying, yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. Even though I was already making money online. I was making money online and I'm saying I want to be an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur. I am making sales online. That is the definition of an entrepreneur. I have my own product, I am selling it, and I am making money from it. I am an entrepreneur right now. I am an entrepreneur. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. But I was saying I wanted to be, but I am. So speak for the love of God. I stick it on your wall if you have to. Speak with conviction. Number 2, step 2. You can offer your help. So this is a bit of a nicer way to put it. And also I would use all of these 4 things, but the last one, I would say that you need to do that if like worse comes to worse, right? That's when you do that. But you can offer your help. So how much do you actually want this progress? How much do you want to build the big biceps? How much do you want to look athletic and lean? How much do you want to have unlimited brain power and energy because of the food you're eating instead of getting brain fog? So you can speak like I am right now without any interruptions, ums or ahs. How much do you want it? Because if you really do want it, then you will offer these things to your parents to make it easier for them. You will say, yeah, I'll cook my own meal. I cook my own meals now, right? My mum always likes cooking dinner, so fair enough, she wants to cook dinner. But she doesn't want to cook my lunch every day. She doesn't want to make my breakfast every day. So I'm going to do that myself. I'm not going to tell her, can you cook my meat and eggs every single day? Because that's just so unfair on her, right? So you've got to take responsibility. And if you want to implement this, then you've got to help them out. Because you can't just say, oh yeah, I want to eat really healthily and, you know, eat meat and eggs, which they don't think is healthy anyway. And then they've got to cook all the food, they've got to buy all the food, they've got to wash all the dishes and everything. No, you've got to do that yourself. Take responsibility for this stuff. You will cook your own meals, offer to do the dish, or just do the dishes anyway, man. Just do the, as soon as you finish like cooking and everything, just put it away. Just put it away. I used to fall victim for this so many times, and sometimes I do, and like, oh, I can't be bothered, but I need to snap myself out of it and go, no, I want to be, I have this written up on my wall, I want to be on the animal-based diet, unbelievably metabolically healthy, and if I want that, then I've got to put these dishes away whether I like it or not, because my mum's going to have to do it, then she's going to get angry, and then she's going to tell me off, and then she's not going to buy my food, right? So you need to do this stuff for them. Because then they will appreciate you more, and then they are more likely to say yes. You can even say, I'll get a job and pay for the food. Have you thought about that? This tells you how much you want it. If you're not willing to get a job to pay for your food, then you don't want it that much. If you want like the lean aesthetic 6-pack, you've got to eat correct food. But the only way you can do that, if your parents don't buy you food, is you've got to buy it yourself. And even if you're too young for that, go make money somehow. You can just knock on doors and say, can I do your garden or something? Your parents will love that. They'll love that. And then when you get the money, you can pay for your own food. And considering you've already done the act, even if you do it once or twice, then they're way more likely to start doing it and start buying the food for you. Number 3, this is where it gets a little bit dark now, but refusing their offer. So I went on holiday here, and it's very difficult on holiday now because obviously this is what the food looks like. They've got like a million different ingredients and they dazzle it in oil and or drown it in oil. And unfortunately, you've just got to say no. So for example, if you go to like a family gathering or a dinner or whatever, even if your parents cook your food, and this is hard, I hate to get to this point, but if you have to, then you have to. If your parents cook your food and you say, no, I don't want to eat, you know, like that pasta that you're making me tonight, but they say, tough, I'm cooking it anyway. They put it in front of you with their plate. Imagine you're sitting down and your parents are next to you on this table and you've been given this plate of food and you can only eat, say for example, you can only eat the chicken and the vegetables right here. Just say, I'm sorry, but I'm not eating those sausages. They are full of chemicals and they'll make me feel really sick tomorrow. I'm not going to eat them. And sure, you'll get shouted at. Sure, you'll be like, no, you've got to eat them, you've got to. How much do you want it? If you don't want it this bad, then get off this channel. I have had to go through this so many, I still go through this. It's hard. This game is not easy. If you want to truly be healthy and truly have a physique that you like walk past every mirror and you're like, oh my God, I look insane, then you've got to do this. You've got to go through these struggles. That's part of it. So when you go on holiday, first of all, I tried to look for everything that was like okay to eat, and this is the only thing on the menu that I thought, okay, this actually looks all right. It's got like prawns and fruit and stuff. And when I came, in fact, I think it came in a sauce. There was another one that came in a sauce. It was like mussels or something, right? You know, mussels in sauce. And I asked for it without the sauce. The sauce was in fact, it was a soup. It was a soup. And I asked for it without the soup. I just asked, can I have the mussels, right? And my mum was like really embarrassed, and like the waitress was like, without the sauce, okay. But you've got to go through that. And then, say you get given this food that you don't want, say your parents like shout at you and say, you've got to eat it, you've got to eat it. Leave what you don't want to eat. I've done this before and it's horrible and you feel really bad, but you know that it's good for you. You know that it's better for you. So unless you want to die, then leave what you shouldn't eat. Eat everything else and leave the sausages. And when your parents say like, why aren't you eating that? I told you to eat that. Just say, I'm sorry, I'm not eating it. And then go and put it in the bin. Or just ask, do you want these? Otherwise I'm going to put them in the bin. And she said, don't you dare put them in the bin. And just say, okay, I'll leave them here then. It's horrible, and I hate that you have to do this. I hate that this is a part of like modern society, that we have to eat these poisoning seed oils and sugars and chemicals made in a lab. It's terrible. But the game's the game, and you've got to play it. So, stand firm and stick to your beliefs. And that's supposed to say number 4. Finally, just do it anyway. You see, I've been tasked with so many things in my life where my parents have just said, no, you can't do that. And I did it anyway. For example, you can't have more than 2 eggs a day. I eat 6 eggs a day every single day now. Because I said, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll eat 4 eggs I'll eat 4 eggs tomorrow. No, you're not eating 4 eggs. Oh, okay. Then I ate 4 eggs tomorrow. Why'd you eat 4 eggs? Why'd you eat 4 eggs? Oh, sorry, I was quite hungry. The next day, I eat 6 eggs. Why'd you eat 6 eggs? You're supposed to only be eating 2 eggs. Oh yeah, sorry, I was really hungry and I just thought I might as well do it now instead of later, you know, instead of cooking 2 meals at once. Whenever I cook my meat, it's always really raw in the middle because obviously I'm preserving the nutrients. And every single time my mum sees it, she says, you need to cook the meat more. That can't be healthy, that can't be healthy. And I stand firm and say, yes it is. All the nutrients are there. And it tastes really good anyway. And even if she says, don't make sure you cook the meat more and more, I don't. You're eating too much, you're eating too much. I buy more food for myself. I eat more food. I eat whatever I need to eat. And in fact, this applies to everything on other parts of life, not just food and diet. Like, I don't want you to wake up so early. She told me off for waking up so early, which is fair enough, right? You need to get your beauty sleep, even though I'm getting way more sleep than every single person I know. And it's more consistent sleep because I'm going to bed earlier. I don't want you waking up so early. Set my alarm every single day for the past years, plural, years. Wake up at 5:30 every single day. I wake up regardless. If she doesn't want me to wake up that early, that is the time when I get work done. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, Mum. I don't mean any disrespect at all. I don't want you to take this video and start like hating on your parents and everything. Like, they have just been brought up like this, right? And they just think that this is the right way to do it. But you know inherently that these foods are bad for you. You know that waking up early in the morning to get work done is good for you, right? So you've got to do that regardless of what they say, and stay respectful as much as you can. But if you have to take it to this point, then just do it anyway. For example, my mom didn't want me to make YouTube videos. I had to ask her multiple times, can I make a YouTube channel? Can I make a YouTube channel? She told me no. I uploaded them anyway when I was about 10. She didn't want me to post YouTube videos. I posted a ton, and then eventually I asked if I could post my face on it. She said no. I did it anyway. Years later, I am making money online and I am talking to you right now. If I had listened to her and said, okay, you wouldn't be listening to me. Do you get how important this is? My whole life journey, this is my purpose in life currently. My current purpose is to make these videos to earn online income, school community below, and make sure that people like you get the correct education that I didn't get when I was younger. That is my life purpose in this present moment. And I wouldn't have been on this path. I would have just been going like to university or something, right? And doing some like stupid job that I don't want to do and have no career goals. I'd be waking up at 12 o'clock every single day. I'd be eating terrible food. But because I said no and did it anyway, this is where it has taken me. And it's horrible to go down this path, but it's also where you will see all the success. So it's instant versus delayed gratification. You can either have instant, like, oh yeah, I don't have to, have that difficult conversation, or you can just get it over with. You're gonna get told off anyway. It's part of the game. Play the game, and then you will see the results. Maybe it's years down the line, or maybe it's in just a couple of days. But you have got to do it regardless of what anyone says. Parents, teachers, friends, anyone. Even if the king says it. You've got to do it anyway if you know inherently, intrinsically, that it is going to do good for you. If you don't believe in this, if you don't believe that seed oils are bad for you, then go down the masses. Go down the path that everyone else has set out for you. But I promise it's not as good. I promise that this path is better. And it's way more difficult, but that's what you're signing up for. So do it anyway. I have covered the 4 steps that you need to convince your parents. Speak with conviction, offer your help, refuse their offer, do it anyway. I have fulfilled my promise to you. And if you want even more advanced education, then in my program, The Growth Effect, which is the first link in the description, I go into ridiculous amounts of detail on everything. Even in this nutrition mastery course, I teach you how to cook these things. So not only do I give you the mental information, I also give you the practical information so that you're not thinking, yeah, but how do I cook this, or how do I eat this, or what do I say to her, or anything like that. It is all inside these courses. And of course you get one-on-one access to me, so any problems that you might be dealing with like this, then you can message me, and I can even talk to your parents if you want me to. I want you to reach your goals. If you reach your goals, you can give me a good testimonial. I make more money. I make more money, you reach your goals. I want to make money, you want to reach your goals. They go hand in hand. If you want to truly start taking action and live with conviction, then this program will change your life. It is the first link in the description. I will see you over there. Good night.